Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 2022 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay, it's the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is very interesting because we have this tremendous feeling during this new moon, this time of introspection and, greater understanding of self and a time of setting our own intentions. We have the sense that there's something more out there for us. We need to be moving forward. We can have this real restlessness, a real sense of, I want the doors to open. I want to see what's happening. I want to move forward. I want to go. I want to explore. I want to understand certain things. And it's just a restlessness. It's almost like I'm getting very much a Knight of Swords energy from this Two of Wands, which is very interesting because the Two of Wands is saying, okay, new doors are opening. There's new pathways forward. We have to be mindful of the fact that we are just really wanting to push things. We really are wanting things to happen a heck of a lot more quickly than but then divinity is planning them to. So just be very mindful of this, that we can get it in our head, oh my gosh, it has to happen right now. I need to push it for it to happen. It needs to be at this very moment. And then we kind of muck things up, because we've put our fingers in the pie, right? And now it has our fingerprints all over it. So just be very aware of this. Let's look at what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So we're crowned with the Nine of Wands. We then have the Five of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So that Knight of Swords energy, Queen of Swords here, it very much is coming into play. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I say Knight of Swords because that's the energy that was coming through with what to be mindful of. Swords energy also very much correlating with Mercury. We're in Mercury retrograde, all about words, all about communication, all about understanding. So be very aware of this during this time. With the crown of the Nine of Wands, and we have the Five of Cups here, we can have a tendency to feel like I'm always fighting. I'm always in this fight. I'm always in this battle. I have so many people telling me what to do, telling me how to do things. And we can have a really hard time seeing what we want, how we want to move forward, where it is that we want to be, what it is that we're looking forward to or towards. It can also be the sense of, I just want to escape. I'm so tired of having to listen to everybody else. I'm so tired of taking everybody else's words and thoughts into consideration and holding space for them. Who's holding space for me? So just be very aware of this, especially during this time, because it can be very overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. There is a sense of rejoicing. There is a sense of happiness and prosperity. You're very lucky. And that's going to be something, especially with money and with the realm of business. You have tremendous luck on your side here, Cancer, and that's really going to help propel you. You don't want to be spoken to as if you can't handle the truth. You don't want people to whitewash their words or, handle you with kid gloves. And you can feel like people are. Like they're not telling you the whole truth. They're not letting you know everything. There's something being held back. So just be rather mindful of this during this time, that's going to feel very frustrating for you. You need a community. You need a sense of collaboration and coming together. That's going to be something that really helps ground you during this time. It really helps to move you forward in a way that you didn't think that you needed. You didn't think like, oh, this is where I need to be, or this is the energy that I need to come forward in. But there's a real sense of a longing for community that is going to just be so powerful for you. And that sense of it really is your safe space. This is my space where I can be myself. This is my space where I can talk freely, where I can, let my ideas move freely. And whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, there is just going to be a need for those people that you feel safe and secure with, and really making time for that energy, for that space, for that moving forward during this new moon. Now, with the Queen of Swords coming forward, there is this real sense of, I know my mind, but there's also this sense of somebody saying something to you, somebody speaking rather plainly, rather, bluntly. And that's going to be something where you're almost a bit offended by it when it first happens. And then there's a sense of like, oh, well, I like that. I liked that they said the truth without holding anything back or without like sugarcoating things. This isn't a person who's rude. So just be very mindful of this. This isn't a person who's nasty or rude or, or abusive in any way, shape, or forms with their words or with their actions. This is just a person who happens to be rather blunt and forthright. And at first, when you hear things, you're like, well, who the heck do you think you are? And then it's like, oh, you're a person who says things plainly. And you'll think at first, oh, this person's being rude, or oh, this person is being, a little bit more forward than they should be. And then you're going to be like, oh no, that's just who they are. And they're actually a really nice person coming forward. You also need a place to put down your ideas, whether this is through drawing, whether this is through writing, it doesn't matter. You need that place to put down your ideas. It's going to be very important for you. You also need to nurture ideas. And again, it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter, exactly what you want to put down or what you want to build. This is the time where you start with little ideas, little instants, little sayings, little chalk drawings on the sidewalk type of thing. And it grows into something bigger. It grows into a career you hadn't imagined. It grows into a way you're moving forward where it's like, oh, I didn't think this could be me. But it starts with a free flow of words, of creation, of ideas, of instincts, of understanding. And that's going to really lead you to a space where it's like, oh, this is what I need to say. This is where I need to be. Because during this time, you're crowned with the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is very much that energy of, I have to defend myself. I have so many different things coming at me. You can feel just accosted on all sides. Like everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody has their ideas. Everybody's telling you how you should do it, why you should do it, where you should go, where you should be, why you should be. And it's like, oh my gosh, enough is enough. You can also feel like everything is just scheduled within inches of its life. It's like, oh my goodness, let me just be me for 5 seconds. Let me just, breathe. Let me just express myself. Let me just, say what I need to say or do what I need to do. Or, there's just a sense of let me express myself the way that I need to without anybody dictating how it should be or how it should be, kind of held in check. There is a need for you to let your hair down. It's just going to be it. There is a need for you to embrace what you love and what you want and who you are and where it is that you're headed and what it is that you desire within your world. The 9 of Wands is also letting us know where we feel attacked, where we feel overwhelmed, why we feel attacked, why we feel overwhelmed. That Mercury retrograde is going to be bringing that forward. And there is a sense here, again, with the 5 of Cups, where it's like change your mind, change your life, change what you're focusing on. We can be focusing on And we'll have a tendency to be focusing on everything that isn't going right, everything that isn't moving forward exactly the way that we wanted it to, everything that is overwhelming. And, we just didn't get it right. It's like it didn't work out properly. We'll obsess over imagined slights that we might have given people, or the way that they might have, misinterpreted things. And we're going to be very hard on ourselves emotionally during this time. And Spirit's saying, stop it. Stop it. You're doing your best. You're moving forward in a bright, beautiful, powerful way. Stop being so hard on you. Stop taking away your glory, because there is a real need during this time, again, for that sense of connection, that sense of building of community, that sense of things coming together. And we can almost, kind of talk ourselves out of this and say, oh no, it's too much. Like, everybody wants a different part of me. Everybody is demanding this or demanding that, and nobody's really happy with me. And I've made so many mistakes. So I don't get to have that community. I don't get to, be with this group of people or friends, or, go out and explore or do anything like that. I have to be kind of shut away. And it's almost like I'm punishing myself. Spirit is saying to stop that. Stop that. This is going to be a time where it's very important. It is very important to embrace what you love and your prosperity and your abundance. You also are very blessed when it comes to business during this time. But if we doubt ourselves, and if we let everybody else's words come in, and we don't hold firm to being the Queen of Swords, to knowing our mind, knowing what we want, really looking at things from all different angles, embracing our voice, embracing our wisdom, we will never see that strength, and we'll only have doubt during this time. So just be very mindful of this, because there are beautiful blessings coming forward, but there's also a sense of, will it actually get to that point? Will I actually be able to have that happiness? Will I ever be able to have that happiness? So just be mindful of this. So let's see what the tarot has to say, what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Yeah. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So we have the new moon in Virgo crowning everything. And it says here, it's a time to give rather than take. Now, this new moon is in Libra. Our sun sign is in Libra. This is a time about balance. It's a time to give rather than take. It's a time to give of our power and our intention and our desires and what we want and our strength, rather than taking everybody else's words over our own. This is going to be a time where it takes a bit of courage, a bit of force to say, no, but I'm moving forward like this. No, but this is how it's going to be done. And I have come through so much. And I don't get to be held back anymore or silenced. It's going to be so easy for us to silence ourselves, to censor ourselves. And it's going to be much more difficult to say my words are worth hearing. So just be very aware of this. Be patient. Be patient. We have a tendency as Cancers to be astoundingly sensitive and astoundingly, harsh on ourselves and what we want and how we're moving forward. So here, be very mindful of that. Be very mindful. Be patient with what you're moving towards and what you're seeing, and building up the love and the connection and the beauty and the brilliance and the sense of belonging. Be patient with yourself as you change your mind to change your life, as you say, no, this is worth me looking at. No, this is worth my intention. No, I get to have this power. I get to be a part of this. The darkness of this moon, the introspection that comes forward, that's what leads us to this sense of community. It leads us to the sense of prosperity. We're coming full circle when it comes to our finances, when it comes to looking at the things that we want, looking at, the way that we need to move forward. Insights are going to come, and it's going to be that you are not alone. You do not need to, hermit yourself away. At times, yes, it's wonderful, especially if you're an introvert and that's how you recharge. Do so, most definitely. But with the 10 of Pentacles here and darkness, there's a need by this moon to embrace connections with other people as we are, connecting with ourselves, as we are looking inward, and as we are seeing what it is that we truly desire. It brings us to this place of pleasure. It brings us to this place with this moon where we see our voice and we see what it is that we want, and we look at things and it's like, my pleasure is just as important as everybody else's. My words, my desires, my hopes, my dreams, my wishes get to be seen, get to be heard, get to move forward as well. And that's going to be quite an extraordinary thing for us. It's going to be quite a beautiful thing. It's the power of our voice moving us forward. It's the power of ourselves, and it's the release that this moon gives us. Our subconscious Luna message is the full moon. It says here, surrender to the divine in discernment. Be discerning as you're surrendering to greater insights, greater illuminations. Things are coming into focus. The full moon puts things into focus. The new moon has us looking introspectively at what we want and what we desire. The full moon is, okay, how did I do? How did I do on my goals? Did I move forward in the way that I set out to that I set out to on the new moon with my intentions and what I want to the full moon? Where is it that I want it to be? So there's a spotlight coming in on our hearts and our souls. What have we been ignoring? What have we been putting off? What have we been denying ourselves from? It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's the Three of Wands. I like that progression, the Two of Wands, and now the Three of Wands. There is a real sense here of being mindful of needing an adventure, of wanting to go on a journey, of doors opening, or, people saying just the right things that we want to hear at, a time where we feel like we have ants in our pants, right? We feel like a little bit antsy, a little bit more like I want to explore. I can't sit still. I want to change. Be very mindful of the changes that we take on during this time, because we are going to be kind of filling a void just to fill it, instead of looking at things and being pragmatic and opening up the door and saying, what, this is where I'm going. This is what I need to do. This is me. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, and it's the Hermit. Subconsciously, we need to connect with our inner self. That's why that introspective, introverted energy was coming forward so powerfully. Subconsciously, we need that. We need to look at what we want. We need to look at who we are. During a new moon, it is so important to say, where do I want to be? Where do I need to be? What is it that I desire? What is it that I'm, breaking into or seeing within myself and embracing within myself? And so here, with the Hermit, we look at ourselves with openness and honesty, and we start to see ourselves differently because of this. Subconsciously, we need the quiet. As much as we need to connect with others, we need the quiet, and we need to see who we are. And we need to be open and honest with what we want with ourselves, not trying to make ourselves into what other people want or what somebody else is demanding. It's, no, this is me, and I'm okay with that. All right, Cancer, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer, and may you have a blessed moon.